When winter comes, many animals die. There isn't enough food, and it's too cold to find any, but bears seem to disappear in the winter. Where do they all go? How do they survive? Hibernation might be the answer. So when their body goes into hibernation mode, it slows down. When their body goes into hibernation mode, almost everything about it slows down. Their metabolism slows down, their breathing slows down, and their heartbeats slow down. Others, like black bears, wait until temperatures drop below freezing. When winter approaches, bears start looking for food. They need to eat lots of food so they can store it up and use it during hibernation. Hibernating bears do not eat, drink, or use the bathroom. They get all the energy they need from the fat inside their bodies. The fat keeps them alive while they're hibernating. Hibernating bears also make very little noise. They don't move around much, so there's nothing to hear. Sometimes a hibernating bear might make a noise if it's having a bad dream. If you were outside during the winter and heard a noise that sounded like a scream in the forest, it might have been a bear hibernating in a cave nearby. Hibernation is a way for animals to survive the winter. If it gets really hot outside, a bear might try to cool off and conserve energy by hibernating. Hibernation isn't the only thing that helps bears survive the winter. Sometimes bears will do something called a winter den. A winter den is like a cozy little house that a bear makes out of leaves and sticks. It helps keep the bear warm and safe from predators while it hibernates. When it's too cold outside, hibernating animals can stay warm. It's just sleeping very deeply to save energy and stay safe. Maybe one day you'll see an animal that appears to be dead, but it's just hibernating. Hibernating also saves them energy. They don't need to search for food while they're hibernating. Instead, they can use the fat they have stored up in their bodies. If you were to check their vital signs, you would think they were dead. But after months of being in this state, they wake up feeling just fine. Its heart beats slower and its breathing slows down too. Its body temperature drops and it uses very little energy. Hibernating helps bears survive the winter. They don't need to look for food when there isn't any. And they don't get too cold when the temperature drops. Hibernation is a special kind of sleep that some animals do during the winter. Bears hibernate. But why do other animals hibernate too? Hibernating helps them survive. Hibernating animals are in a sort of suspended animation. Hibernating animals use up very little energy. They can go without food for months, surviving on the fat that they have stored up. Hibernation can last for a few days or many months. It all depends on the animal. Some animals can't hibernate until the winter. Hibernation is triggered by cold weather. As the temperature drops, an animal's body starts to prepare for hibernation. The animal will start to slow down, taking longer and longer naps during the day. Hibernating animals seem like they're dead, but they aren't. Some animals, like ground squirrels, are ready to hibernate at the first sign of cold weather. Now let's go back to the bears. Bears usually hibernate in the winter, but sometimes they do it in the summer too. Hibernation is a fascinating thing. An animal seems to be dead, but it isn't.